Why are you taking Colin's job, Todd? Let him cook.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the cage our next contestant of the evening, representing the Old Guard Time Boxing Club, Crystal Gutierrez.
Somebody brought the fan club.
Oh, man. Definitely a lot of support here tonight for Crystal Gutierrez as we await her arrival to the cage. And here we have Crystal Gutierrez, 5'1", 114 pounds, from Austin, Texas, looking for her first victory here tonight.
Yeah, our first kickboxing fight of the night tonight between Gutierrez and Lee, you know what I'm saying? We saw Lee also compete in the last Elevate FC card, you know what I'm saying? So for here tonight, Gutierrez, she's looking like she's ready though right here as she enters into the Elevate FC cage. I'm excited for this one, my guys.
Expect a lot of speed that these women will bring at the 114-pound weight limit. Ever see the final touches from her cornerman? That's the great thing about these hybrid cards that you'll only see here on Elevate Fighting Championships. You're not going to see mixed martial arts fights, but you're also going to see some of the best kickboxing talents in the nation right here in Houston, Texas, scrapping it up in the Elevate cage.
Yeah, Gutierrez, she's looking focused and ready as she enters into this cage right here.
Crystal Gutierrez, ready for action.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, her opponent makes her way to the cage, representing Metro Fight Club, Jocelyn Castillo.
Here we have, making her way to the cage, Jocelyn, 5'6", 114 pounds. Jocelyn Lee from Houston, Texas. Take a look at the tail of the tape. Both ladies at 30 years of age, looking for their first victories here tonight. Big height advantage there for Jocelyn Lee, 5 inches over the 114-pound Crystal Gutierrez.
Yeah,
4 years for Gutierrez, 2 years for Lee. Go ahead, AJ.
These are very different body types for 115 pounds. And usually 115 pounds, there's not a lot of wiggle room. Like if you're 115 pounds, you're usually a very small person, period. But 5'6" is massive for this weight class. So that's going to be interesting to see how Gutierrez handles that range, because you probably don't find a lot of training partners that are as tall as Lee is going to be.
Especially in a kickboxing match tonight as well, you know what I'm saying? Where they're only gonna be throwing the punches and the kicks. For sure, in a kickboxing fight, the height advantage can favor the taller opponent.
There we have her. Jocelyn Lee, ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second fight of the night is being brought to us by Mitchell Roofing and Exteriors and is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC strawweight division. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 1 inch tall, weighing at 114 pounds. This Muay Thai fighter is making her debut this evening, fighting out of Austin, Texas, Crystal Gutierrez. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, official weight 114 1/2 pounds. This kickboxer is looking for her first win this evening, fighting out of Houston, Texas, Jocelyn Castillo. Referee in charge of the action, Ryan Thompson.
All right, Crystal Gutierrez, Jocelyn Lee. Our first kickboxing bout of the evening is officially underway.
No glove touch.
Yeah, they're gonna go right after it. Both ladies, conventional. Big round kick there from Lee to start off.
Gutierrez with the low kick right here, but then Lee answering back with the punch, punch, punch into the kick. Some clinch work from both these ladies.
Oh, solid push kick there from Gutierrez. Moving forward.
I think clinch work is frowned upon, right, Rick?
Boom.
Gutierrez being the stalker in this fight.
Yeah, she's got a super kind of an old school Muay Thai stance with that heavy right front, or that heavy front foot, whereas Jocelyn Lee can tell kind of bouncing.
Very nice right there up the center line with that kick.
Yeah,
Gutierrez connects.
She got Lee's
right
attention
there
with that one there, Ricky.
Ooh, so close with that right head kick right there.
Man, she was right there on the jawline. I think he got brushed the shoulder of Lee.
Yeah, Gutierrez really coming with the pressure right here. Closing the distance, getting into her range, and then unleashing her combinations. Another push kick right there, too. She's really making that back leg push kick work for her, Gutierrez is.
I think Gutierrez is really imposing that 4-year training advantage that she has over Lee, just really taking over as the general of this fight.
It's a good counter by Lee.
Yeah, she'll need more of that right there. Off of that counter punch with the right hand, and then following up a little bit to add on extra kick or a punch.
Dude, that was a gnarly kick.
Yeah, you can already see
a lot of thud on that.
You can already see like the welts on the leg of Lee. Those will add up, ladies and gentlemen. Those do not feel good.
Yeah, especially with those kicks. That's that full bone-on-bone contact, bone-to-body contact. Ooh,
Wow.
big push kick. Very nice from Lee right there.
Best strike of the night for Lee. Man, and Gutierrez just comes right back.
Lee's done this a couple times, turned her back on the fight, which is obviously not something you want to do very often, but she's gotten away with it, but I don't think you're going to get away with it all night doing that.
Second big leg kick there from Gutierrez. To see how Lee responds with that, you know, in deeper waters. Right now she can eat a couple of those and still be good, but once you get to round 3 after evading a couple of them, it's gonna be tough.
Those are mean, man. She's got some super nasty leg kicks.
She's putting them into her combinations really well. Going upstairs with the punches and the hooks, and then adding the low kick in there, see? And especially in a kickboxing fight like this. It's a kickboxing fight. So she's putting her combinations and really showing that technique right now as Gutierrez with her combinations.
Round 1 coming to a close. I think it was a pretty easy round to score. Saw with the aggression from Gutierrez, I'd have to give it a definite edge to Gutierrez in that round.
I agree. It wasn't lopsided, though. I mean, Lee was competitive. She's clearly got a speed advantage, but the power from Gutierrez, like those leg kicks, the noise that it's making when those things land, that's a game changer, man. She's definitely the aggressor, and she's definitely got a power edge.
There we see Gutierrez getting the instructions from her corner. Yeah, Lee definitely had her moments. I gave Gutierrez a lot of credit for that. Stalking most of the fight, coming forward, looking for her shots. Very impressive first round from both ladies. Let's see how Lee responds. Let's see if she can use that height and reach advantage in round number 2. Round 2 underway.
Big right hand from Gutierrez right here. Into the knee.
Yeah, the knee to the body.
She's coming with that pressure. Really putting her up against the fence.
Going for it. Lee trying to fend her off. Getting the space that she needs to recover. Oh, big kick there from Lee.
Gutierrez, though, just eats it. Continues just pressing forward, you know?
That look of intensity on the face of Gutierrez when she's coming forward, man. Like an insane person, just like a machine that won't stop.
Yeah, she's really focused right now in her attack. You can tell she's really in her zone. A kick catch right here from Gutierrez. Pause to the action from the referee.
With these kickboxing rules, basically the only time you're allowed to clinch is if you're throwing an immediate knee to the body, right? Knees to the body, the only knees allowed. And if you're clinching up, it has to only be to throw a knee.
Correct. Low kick right there from Gutierrez, and then Lee crashes the distance.
The old Anderson Silva defense. Always works until your back hits the cage.
Halfway through the second round right here. Both ladies operating in that space right now.
And take a look at that leg right there, that left leg of Lee. You can see the welts just starting to add up.
For sure. Gutierrez, she's been chopping down with that right low kick the whole night.
Nasty.
Some real kickboxing action we're getting here tonight on Elevate FC. And now she went high up there. Wow.
Yeah. You can see Lee is starting to check that, trying to check those leg kicks, and Gutierrez goes high right at the perfect time. Those knees, or those kicks to the leg are starting to add up.
A lot different when you take off the shin guards, ladies and gentlemen. These ladies are firing some live rounds.
Yeah, and you can see Lee, like the front foot is not as front forward as it was earlier in the fight. You know, she's protecting that leg now.
Gutierrez opted for a body shot. Just under 30 seconds left in round number 2.
And if you're used to fighting with 1 foot way forward in like a kickboxing stance, and now all of a sudden you're fighting your legs almost parallel, it's a big disadvantage. Especially it takes away the reach advantage that she has.
Strong finish right here. End of the second round.
Nice catch there, and counter by Gutierrez. Man, what a round 2 for Crystal Gutierrez.
Yeah, to me, Jocelyn Lee is very tough, and she is, she's not quitting, but it feels like there's a pretty significant level gap between these two right now. It feels like Gutierrez she knows there's like blood in the water for her right now. She knows what she's got, and she's on the attack.
And interestingly, we see Lee opting to stand in between rounds. I don't know if she's in fear if she just sit down that her leg will start to stiffen up. But
I mean, has to, right?
Right now, she's just really looking at the commission and some of the doctors taking a close look at that leg, making sure that she's good to continue.
And they'll be a lot more careful with amateurs than they would be with pros. There wouldn't even be a question right now if these were pros, but they're going to take extra precautions.
Man, what a warrior Jocelyn Lee is. She needs this round, and she needs this round big. I think they're calling the doctor to check in.
Uh-oh. Take a look at that leg, he says. I think they're just going to ask her, like, do you want to keep fighting? And I don't think there's any question. She wants to keep going.
Yeah, kudos to Jocelyn Lee right here for showing the fighting spirit. You know what I'm saying? She isn't going to quit on herself. She's in this fight, and she's going to go and throw down right here in this third and final round right now.
I think she knows she's down 2-0. She's going to have to go for it here.
Swing for the fences, eh?
Needs something dramatic. Let's see if she can pull it off.
She's looking for something dramatic. Starts off with a Superman punch and then walking in with overhands.
She went for the head kick right there, too. I think that's a good pick, honestly. Off of the punch scrambles right here, punch, 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 seeing if you can sneak a sneaky head kick somewhere in that scramble.
I think every time one of those leg kicks lands for Gutierrez, it's like it changes Jocelyn Lee's mind about being aggressive. It's hard to be aggressive when you know every time you get hit right there, it's just devastating.
Yeah, Gutierrez definitely has come with a very strong attack in this fight.
Man, Gutierrez is going to continue chopping away at that leg.
And that's the thing, man. If she's only been training a couple years, Jocelyn Lee has. She's probably not comfortable switching stances, even though that's probably the best thing for her right now is to get that leg out of the way, out of harm's way.
Wow, Gutierrez changing up the angles, going high, going low, and continuously moving forward.
And I think in these kickboxing fights, like obviously leg damage adds up on those kicks, but even more importantly, it opens up headshots. Like you cannot protect your head the same way if your leg is compromised.
I think that's what Gutierrez is going for, as we've seen her change up the angles of those kicks.
Oh, front
Wow.
kick to the face.
Man.
That was really, really nice right there.
Huh.
It's a stern warning. Hey, no nonsense here.
Man, those front kicks to the face like that, those are always very cautious to walk into a nose break. You got to be very careful.
I already had one Anderson Silva mention this fight, but the Vitor Belfort, I'll never forget it, man.
Classic. 53 seconds left in this third and final round.
Oh, wow. What a performance by Crystal Gutierrez in her debut. This is really, really impressive stuff from her.
Double kick right here from Gutierrez. Yeah, she's really unloading right here in this last moments of this final round.
He was doubling up on that low leg kick. Now Jocelyn Lee still up on her feet.
Big head kick right there, too. And again, kudos again, though, to the toughness of Jocelyn Lee, you know what I'm saying, for staying in this fight. But nonetheless, an impressive performance from Crystal Gutierrez, really showing that kickboxing prowess of hers.
Short time left. These ladies are going to leave it all on the line. And Crystal, hide your daughters, Gutierrez and Jocelyn Lee, go the distance here tonight on Elevate FC. What a performance.
Fantastic fight for sure from both these ladies. Yes, mad respect, mad respect.
Yeah, I mean, this is Crystal Gutierrez. This is a showing, man. What an impressive debut. Like, to think that was her first fight. I mean, she looked very experienced, very poised in there. I'm very impressed with what I saw from her.
Yeah, she definitely showed a lot of control. As you said, a lot of poise, a lot of ring generalship in her debut. And, man, those leg kicks are no joke. I mean, Jocelyn Lee, I mean, we've seen people get, like, nerve damage from just taking so much punishment on those legs. And, man, she's definitely going to be feeling that tomorrow. If we can get a shot of that leg, I mean, that is some nasty shots she took.
It looks like hamburger over there. But good for her for gutting it out.
There's the front part.
I need Jocelyn to turn a little, because the outside of her left leg is just chopped up. Tough girl, man. Tough girl. She's going to learn a lot from this. She's got a great body for this sport. Like, that frame is going to be advantageous to her once she figures things out. She's just got to get a little bit better defensively, especially she can't let her lower body get chewed up like that. But I think with her frame, eventually she's going to be able to learn to dictate range, and she's going to be a real problem.
Yeah, most definitely. They're tallying up the scores. Let's make this official. Hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
Big round of applause for both of these fighters, leaving it in the cage for 3 hard-fought rounds. We'll go to the judges' scorecards, where all 3 judges score the fights the same. 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Crystal Hide Your Daughters Gutierrez.
Congratulations to Crystal Gutierrez on a big debut victory here tonight. I'm sure we're going to be seeing her in plenty more future Elevate Fighting Championships.
No doubt. That was I'm looking forward to seeing her again. She's got some dog in her, Todd. There's something about the way she was throwing those leg kicks. I'm very impressed with her. I'm looking forward to seeing her again.
Yeah, I mean, just that look of intensity on her face when she was just coming forward, that scared, any 115-pound male.